morning, everybody. Welcome to Janae's Journal. Today is Monday, June the 8th. It's 1:53 in the afternoon, and I am in one of my favorite places, Barnes & Noble. Yeah. But the difference between today and a million other days that I've been in here is this is a weekday. Usually I'm in here on the weekends, but now that it's the summer and I'm not teaching, I am making money other ways now. So here I am. What's great about what I'm doing is it's very flexible. And so this morning I worked my tail off. Really worked my tail off, but it was really worth it. I'll elaborate on that in a few minutes. But oh gosh, I just completely drew a blank. I hate when that happens. Anyway, so after I did my morning work, I picked up my daughters and I took them here to Barnes & Noble because I had promised to take them yesterday, but I just wasn't honestly feeling very well yesterday, so I just figured I could squeeze it in today, and I did. I'm glad we did it this way. Oh gosh, okay. So this morning I have to do an update on Shipt. I like it. I do. I didn't know exactly how I would feel about Shipt. But I did it for the first time. Well, I had a little preliminary shopping trip a few weeks ago when I first signed up, but I was waiting for this week for this. I'm liking it. I am liking it, y'all. Shipt mostly has grocery orders from places like mostly Target and Safeway, and probably other places, but this morning the only places that in the hours that I worked this morning, I had 3 orders from Target, same Target, all in the same neighborhood, which is great because it saves on gas mileage, and 1 order from Safeway. So let me tell you the cons first and then the pros. There's only a few cons. The first off is my family moved to Aurora, Colorado about a year ago. After having lived in Denver proper, pretty much my entire adult life, my whole life period, pretty much since I was 2 years old. So I live very far southeast Aurora, very close to E470 and Arapahoe Road. So I don't know the streets very well because I drive, but I don't do a whole lot of driving. I'm not on E470. I don't like highways. So I don't really know the areas very well. Thank God for Google Maps because if it wasn't for that, I would have gotten lost a couple times this morning. But so only reason why I'm a little bit uneasy is because I don't know the streets very well. And in Denver, I was thinking about going ahead and driving to Denver and doing my orders from there because I know Denver like the back of my hand. I grew up there. I lived there my whole life until May of 2025. So I know Denver very well, and so I wouldn't even need Google Maps in Denver. But I live pretty dang far away from Denver proper now. I live, I think, 18 miles from Denver, so it's a big trek for me to go to the middle of Denver to do Shipt. They had me mostly in the areas of I-25 and Arapahoe Road, and also at Southlands Mall, which is E470 and Smoky Hill. There is a Target over there, and then there's a Target off of Arapahoe Road and I-25. And there's a Safeway also in Southlands, which is off of Smoky Hill and E470. So that's pretty much where I went, which is great because the places that they have you deliver, I guess I was supposed to be doing negatives, but this is turning into a positive. From what I've read, I do my research on all these companies before I sign up with anything. It's very similar, I heard, to Instacart, except the difference what I'm finding is Instacart will have you shop and deliver orders, but generally the delivery addresses are very far away. Not always, but very far away from wherever you're delivering. That's not the case with Shipt. Shipt has you doing deliveries very close to my house. Even though I still don't know the names of the streets, but I will eventually. Of course, with doing this kind of work, I really will. But, so that was a negative, is not knowing where everything is. Because whenever I'm in a neighborhood or an area of town that I'm not familiar with, it's kind of, weird. But until I learn it, let's see, and what else negative with Shipt? The only other thing I can think of that would be a negative is when you shop with Target, you have to take at least at that particular Target that I was at, the one on Arapahoe Road, the one Arapahoe Road and I-25. They had you take my cart. I had me take my cart to customer service and have them check out. Now, see, that seems like an easy thing to do, except that sometimes there's a very long customer service line, and you're in this is another negative, a very small window of delivery, because all my deliveries today were an hour to leave where I was, to drive to the store, to shop, to check out in customer service, and then I need to take also my order and there they tell you to go to an empty cashier station to bag your own groceries, which I don't mind doing that, of course. But then you also need to drive to deliver it. You did do all this in an hour. It's a lot. And I had some really small orders this morning, which is great. I think that Shipt eases you into doing the bigger orders. They start you off with smaller orders on purpose so that you're not overwhelmed. Because the first time I went, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but thank God my first order was at Target. And the people who work at the Target on I-25 and Arapahoe Road were some of the nicest people. They must really like their jobs. That's good. So and so the positives, I made pretty good money, you guys. I was very surprised. It's almost exactly the same amount I make teaching. It's a little bit less, except that I'm in the car all the time, and the gas is very expensive now. But the plus side is my girls. I see my girls over there. Hope they're not waiting for me to finish this video. But anyway, because they have us in shopping in areas and delivering in areas that are close to our house, you're not spending as much money on fuel. So that's good. And of course, there's a wear and tear in your car and all that stuff. But they also, another good thing is they let you split your shifts. You can sign up anytime, pretty much between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m., I think it is, but it's always at the top of the hour. You can't say, okay, I'll work from 11:30 to 2:30 or 11:30 to 1:30. It has to be at the top of the hour. So in 1 hour slots, and you have to do that preemptively. Sometimes you don't know what your schedule is going to be. But this morning I worked from 8 until noon. And then this evening actually, after dinner, I will work again from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. because I don't like to drive at night. But it's June, so the sun's staying up a lot later, which is fantastic for this. And by the time the time changes in fall, I'll already have a really good grip on this. Another good thing, you guys, for all my orders this morning, every single customer I had made me their preferred shopper. Every single one. That's because I believe in customer service. I've been selling Avon for 25 years, so I believe in good customer service. But every person that I encountered who I delivered the orders to this morning were just, they all made me a preferred shopper, and that's fantastic. For the first day, my gosh, that feels really good. And they tipped very well. I don't know if it might have to do with the area I live. I'm not certain if all areas of Denver and Aurora tip as well as Southlands or Saddle Rock, which is where I live. But these people tip very well. And I was surprised. So I'm very glad that I've given this a whirl. And it's going to take some getting used to because I don't like to drive. I just started driving again last year after a 4 or 5 year hiatus. So once I get, used to being on the road so much more, it's going to work out real good. So anyway, in the mornings, I will first go to Vasa Fitness. Then I will do Shipt. My hours will always vary. Then I'll come home, have lunch, hang out with my girls, maybe take them someplace or do something fun. Come home around 4:30, cook a meal for all of us. We eat about 5. I leave about 6 again, do Shipt again from 6 to 8. Also, after my shift with Shipt, try saying that 10 times fast, my morning shift, from around 11 to around 1 o'clock, I do Avon. I distribute brochures, I make deliveries, I have appointments with potential ambassadors. There's all kinds of stuff. So and then of course, I'm going to be doing this 6 days a week. I don't know. It just depends on my energy level. I think I might start with 5 days a week, and then once I'm used to everything and where everything is in Target and Safeway, I'll be a lot faster with shopping, and it'll work out. It'll all work out, I'm just really grateful to God for this opportunity. And of course, there's other things I can do. Excuse me. As far as like DoorDash, and I don't know if I want to do those, but I've tried them before years ago. Hold on a second. What? Oh, okay. I thought you guys needed me. Okay. Sorry, my daughters. So anyway, this is just an update of what's going on and how my morning went. It went really well. And I'm supposed to be yep. I've got Ella, I've got this, and I'm distributing brochures, and let's see, I got my Avon bag over here, my purse, and some coffee, which I got from their Starbucks, and but I just poured it in here, and water. So anyway, real quick, I'm finishing up this list. This is already 13 minutes and 38 seconds in, so I'm not going to keep talking too much longer. But I had started to make this list that I got from Natasha Leitner, I think that's her name. She is an Avon ambassador, one of the top ones in the country, and she's who I got my campaign schedule from. Now, I had this all written out, all typed out, but I want it in my planner. I want it in Ella, so I took some time and wrote most of this stuff out. I'm not finished, though, so that's what I'm in here to do, because I want to, every single day in my Franklin Covey planner, I will put whatever the tasks are. Like, for example, this will be backwards when I show it to you, but for today, it says Monday, what does it say? Order processing, assemble in-person customer orders, and set up delivery. And then the second thing is as a leader, new ambassador, onboarding, and follow-up. So that's all I put on Franklin Covey for today. And for tomorrow, I started putting this stuff here. Having a map, that's what I call it, to navigate my Avon orders is going to work well, I think, in my business. And this Saturday also I have a meet and greet at Starbucks on Laurie at 200 Quebec Street at 11 a.m. If you want to meet up with me, if you live in the Denver metropolitan area or Aurora, if you want to meet up with me to discuss the Avon opportunity, I will be there at 11 a.m. on this Saturday, the 13th of June. But that's only, people have to RSVP for that. I'm just not going to be hanging out in Starbucks for no reason and driving all the way there for no reason. If people RSVP, I will be there from, I think, from 11 to 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's free to sign up, and I will teach you everything I know about the Avon business. And I've been doing this, you guys know I've been doing it for a long time, so this is a good thing, something that I know certainly about myself is that I have a plethora of information in this big brain when it comes to Avon products, because I've been doing it for so long. But anyway, I hope to see some of you guys on Saturday. Also, I have some more videos to do this week. I need to do a flip through of campaign 12. I still haven't had time yet to do my Saturday switch out for my vision board cards. I didn't do that on Saturday. And also, I still have not heard from Scoot Education. They're supposed to call me last Wednesday. Today's Monday, and it's 2 o'clock, 2:10 p.m. and I still haven't heard from them. Yikes. Anyway, I'm just moving on, trying to move on with my life. But anyway, I hope you guys are well. God bless you. God keep you. Have any questions about my Avon meet and greet this Saturday or anything I've got coming up this week, shoot me a message. My email address, and I hardly ever give this out, but is Jeanae, Jeanae 524 @gmail.com. Once again, that's Jeanae, Jeanae 524 @gmail.com. Send me a message there. If it's, I get a lot of messages from weirdos. But if you're on the up and up, I will return your email within 24 hours, okay? God bless you. God keep you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.